JCK Fight Night 116 is live. It is the first JCK event of the Chinese New Year. Happy Year of the Horse. Wishing you much luck, prosperity, and good health in the Year of the Horse. And here we are, guys. It is our prelim card about to get underway. Zhou Dawei is making his JCK debut tonight. He is a guy with only 4 MMA fights, but he's got a ton of pro kickboxing experience, boxing and kickboxing. He is a well-rounded striker, very versatile. His last fight, he absolutely smoked his opponent with a TKO in 15 seconds. So he's riding some momentum coming into this one, looking to make a splash in his JCK debut. He's gonna have his work cut out for him here tonight though. His opponent, Ayitijiang, Tuerdebieke, is a monster.
Yeah, his opponent is a tough guy, but look who he's got in his corner. He's got the ghost, Chun Ray, in his corner, really fired up. And bro, this guy's a really big boy. Like at 61, he's got a big frame, which is funny because his opponent is also tall, but he's got a big frame.
Ayitijiang is even taller. He's 180 centimeters. He's like almost 6 feet tall at the bantamweight division.
That's insane, yeah. And only 20 years old. So this young fighter, like I just said, 20 years old, and he sports a record of 8-1, only 1 loss, and that of course was here in JCK last year when he made his debut. We saw him go the distance, but I think he's back to make an absolute statement and say, look guys, that was a fluke. Because,
who did he lose to?
I forgot.
Zhang
Jinhua, and you know, that was a good fight.
Close one.
It was a close fight, and if I remember right, he ran away with it in the first round and almost gassed. And then his opponent just was too durable and kind of made a comeback and outscored him in the later rounds, which, you know, maybe there's also, like I said, man, he's so young, only 20 years old.
All right, and I gotta say, homie's only 20 years old, but he looks like
he's not.
He looks a little older than 20, you know. But that's what maybe fighting a pro career can do to you.
No, to be honest, like it, you know, I think a lot of guys from that region, they have to, you know, go out and spend a lot of time. Right? Yeah, so he spent a lot of time, you know, in the outdoors. But when you get closer to him, you can see he's still, you know, I don't want to say a boy, he's a young man. But
when I was 20,
you close to him, speak to him,
I was a knucklehead, well, baby-faced knucklehead.
I am sure Ayitijiang has some knuckles to put on people's heads, you know. And
oh, he's a beast, bro.
He's a beast, man. Like I said, and I think he is very eager to right the wrong of his one and only loss here when he made his debut at JCK. And very confident, very calm and collected is Ayitijiang. We're going to kick things off in our first fight of the night. Let's have a look at the matchups graphic between these two guys. 9 years of difference, but 4 centimeters goes to the red corner in both reach and height. Ayitijiang, the younger fighter, having the advantage.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 男子雏量级的复赛争夺，栏目选手身高175公分，臂展176厘米，体重61.20公斤，年龄29岁，来自于逆转格斗。MMA 综合格斗战绩4战3胜1负。那么今天晚上杀了 JCK 战绝城的首秀，他就是烙印战士周大卫。本场比赛，红方选手身高180公分，臂展180厘米，体重61.50公斤，年龄20岁，来自于盐湖搏击。MMA 综合格斗战绩9战8胜1负 ，JCK 战绝城战绩1战1负。他就是红方选手Ayitijiang。本场比赛场上裁判2名。
Look at the size of that man. Ayitijiang, 180 centimeters, 61 kilos.
How do they cut the weight? They're huge bantamweights.
Fight! All set for the first fight of the evening. It is Zhou Dawei in the blue versus Ayitijiang Tuerdebieke in the red.
Nice inside kick from Ayitijiang to kick things off. I don't think Zhou Dawei will be bothered too much by 1 or 2 kicks He's obviously had tons of those in his striking career.
I think where Ayitijiang may hold the advantage is in the grappling, in the clinch,
grappling, yes.
wrestling, takedowns.
Oh, nice body kick from Ayitijiang.
So I think on the feet, you know, Zhou Dawei is going to want to try to keep this on the feet.
Well, maybe, you know, especially you got Chen Rui as your coach in your corner.
The ghost.
The ghost Chen Rui, one of the best strikers. A very accomplished striker in the region.
Definitely. Coach and fighter.
Yeah, he actually, you know, he's semi-retired and then came back last year out of retirement. And his main reason when we asked him why he's coming back out of retirement is, I want to show my fighters that if I can do it out of semi-retirement training.
There's the shot.
Then,
this is, you know, this is the moment right here.
Oh,
and this
straight on the ground.
This is
he
where
going to be able to pass the guard?
He gets his first takedown attempt. Zhou Dawei turtles up, back to his feet.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Beautiful work done by Zhou Dawei, but you see Ayitijiang just sticks on him immediately afterwards and puts on the pressure, working the body a lot, especially with that lead left kick, looking for the liver.
I think it's always a telling moment when the wrestler shoots the first takedown of the fight. Is he going to get his first takedown or is he going to get stuck?
But don't you feel Ayitijiang is having a little bit better results on the feet anyway? I think he's just choosing to mix it up. Nice. Oh, beautiful combination, but Zhou Dawei picked him apart moving back there. I think Zhou Dawei got the better exchange there.
He's got
slipping back with those jabs.
Great counters. Obviously a very experienced striker. Just won his last fight in 15 seconds.
Look at Ayitijiang going for head, kicking for the head, doing a spinning heel hook to the head. Beautiful
Great
shot.
entry, and he gets that takedown again. Let's see if he can keep him down a little longer this time. We're going to pass the guard.
Zhou Dawei trying to scoot away.
I love that Zhou Dawei is trying hard to get back to his feet. Like, he has not accepted bottom position
Does
at
have
all.
the underhook.
Turtles up. This time,
Now we see Ayitijiang in the half guard.
Ayitijiang is able to stay on him this time. You could see him kind of thinking about that guillotine there. Kind of forces him back onto his back.
Nice.
Hard hammer fist.
Nice hammer fist there from the top. Cutting elbow from Zhou Dawei.
The second takedown of the first round by
Nice
Ayitijiang.
punches from Ayitijiang.
You know, I really like that Zhou Dawei.
Another big punch from Ayitijiang.
He's been trying hard to get back up this entire time. Ayitijiang is just
Smothering him.
smothering him, exactly. Mounts him now.
Now it's in full mount. Takes the back.
He's got the back. He's looking for the choke. Zhou Dawei is moving.
Ayitijiang is riding really well here. Transition beautifully. You see Zhou Dawei trying to get these back to the floor.
Back to mount
escape
now.
to escape the back, but then gets mounted back on the back. The transitioning skills here from the very young Ayitijiang.
You know, it's one of those.
Way more mature than his years of. You know, he's only 20 years old, but looks so mature.
Sinks the body triangle. One of those catch-22 situations where give up your back, you risk getting choked. If you go back to the mat, get mounted, you're going to get pounded on.
And he's spending so much energy. We just see Ayitijiang relentless in his attacks. And the main thing is, it's all Ayitijiang's control.
And he's on him here. He is gunning for the finish. He's trying hard for it. Zhou Dawei's defense is holding up, though.
But I mean, 1 minute and 5 seconds, a lot of time left here
And
in the
it's
first
like,
round.
In a position like this, one slip up, and could be good night, Irene, as they say.
Good night, Irene, as they say.
Yes, indeed.
That's all she wrote, maybe. But I don't know. I wouldn't count out Zhou Dawei. He's obviously got an exceptional training
Elbow
partner
coming, right elbow
with his
coming.
coach.
Zhou Dawei is just constantly moving. I think that's
big
what's
elbow.
preventing him from taking a lot of damage here. Is he's just constantly moving.
2,
But
3, 4, 5.
warning for the back of the head there. Big elbows here by Ayitijiang.
Oh, nice up kick from Zhou Dawei. 2 up kicks.
Wow, a few of those landed. It looks like Zhou Dawei will survive to see a second round here. He did take some big shots.
Punches again. Oh, another big punch.
I saw a couple of those look as though they phased him.
Well, he's up on his feet really quickly, though, but big breaths. Look at him. His hands being shaken loose,
And that's
legs
a-
slightly wobbly. I don't think he's I don't think he's rocked. I think he's just gassed.
动作那么慢，你一定要打他，每次打回1、2个、2、3个啊，近距离调走那些要做啊，先呼吸，先呼
Towards
吸
the。end of the first round, let's take a look here.
That was so well set up, man.
Absolutely.
Like threatens him with the hands and just seamlessly transitions that beautiful double leg.
Great level changes. Once he got to the hips, he was able to take him down twice in that round. Here we see the ground and pound, landing some elbows from top position. Ayitijiang, very good top control. Dominant round, easily 10-9 for him.
Would you call that an 8-10 maybe? Or
No.
No.
10-9.
No. 10-9. He said it.
He sent me that. Having some fun in the broadcast booth, guys. It's the first show of the Chinese New Year.
Fight!
Second round here between Zhou Dawei and Ayitijiang Tuerdebieke. Zhou Dawei is in the blue, Ayitijiang in the red.
The pressure from Ayitijiang is just relentless. He's got to respect the striking prowess of Zhou Dawei.
For our international viewers, the Chinese New Year is the biggest holiday in China. We took a 6-week break.
And also, you know, not only 6-week break from JCK, but basically the whole country goes to standstill for at least a week, closer to 10 days. Most places,
Yeah.
you know, nobody goes to work and everybody goes to hometown, eats a ton of food and gets a lot of lucky money. You put some cash in red packets and hand it out to...
Like, I was the one giving out the cash this year.
All the unmarried kids get money and all the married people need to dish out the cash.
Yeah, man. That's a tough hit to the bank account.
Yeah, it cost me a couple of grand and both my kids made a couple of grand.
There we go. Another takedown scores for Ayitijiang. Zhou Dawei trying to throw up a triangle here, but Ayitijiang is wise to it and turns the corner, passes the guard.
Went to side control for a moment, now back in half guard.
We did see a couple deep breaths by Zhou Dawei at the end of the first round there.
Going for a Dars with those long arms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this could be it.
There's the Dars choke.
And you don't want a Dars
Now,
with someone.
Zhou Dawei has got to sprawl out. He's got to
he-
try to make himself really big, flare out those shoulders.
He's got to stop getting rolled over here.
He's doing the right thing by trying to maintain posture. He can't let himself get turned over here.
Going back to that Dars.
If he gets turned over, I think that's going to be real trouble. He's got to stay on his in-turtle position here to the greatest extent possible.
Look at Ayitijiang, he's really putting it on.
I wonder,
Spending a lot
yeah,
of- he's giving
great,
up on that.
great defense by Zhou Dawei, keeping composed. He's obviously drilled his Dars
Oh,
shot.
straight bounces through to full mount.
He's mounted him here.
Yeah, he literally just, what do you call that when we just jump over the guard?
Leapfrog.
Leapfrog.
Let's go. And he's going for a guillotine now.
Like Ayitijiang's really gunning for the finish.
Yeah, he is, you know. That's what we like to see.
Arm in guillotine.
Zhou Dawei is just too tough, though.
But arm in guillotine from side controls on something.
He's going for the Dars again. Zhou Dawei is wise to it. Goes flat on his back. Ayitijiang is
big.
all over him.
Goes
Mount
back
again.
to mounts again.
I
and
think
Zhou Dawei's.
I think we're going to see it finish here in the second round, Woody.
I mean, he was so proactive in his defense early in the first round. Oh, well, throughout the
Anaconda
first
choke
round.
now. Anaconda choke. Oh, he gave it up.
It's just relentless from.
And he's such a big guy, too.
Oh, they're both big guys,
Like-
man. For this division, they're both huge, but just all over him. Now it's almost flattening him out. Beautiful work. Oh, eats a
Big
big
shots.
elbow, second elbow,
I think
third elbow.
this is going to be the beginning of the end right here.
Man, you never know.
But
It's
he
so
just
tough.
keeps-
Look how tough Zhou Dawei is.
Yeah, he hasn't given up.
Yep.
He keeps moving. Keeps
He's
trying to find a
prepare for
way
his
out.
armbar there.
Oh, you know,
Just not enough in the gas to get up. I mean,
it's incredible though. So he was able to like lose the position and just recover immediately after. I think it just shows that he is the physically stronger grappler
Fitter
of
guy,
these
yeah,
two,
yeah.
and he's going for
Now
that
he's
guillotine
going
again.
for it's more like a crank. Change it to a neck crank. You hear the coach shouting Mayola, but man, that crank looks so mean. Look at the neck popping. The head pops out to the side.
Let's see if Zhou Dawei can escape. He's not able to yet. Man, he's survived about 3 submission attempts in this round so far.
Another hammer fist from
I think there could be a case to be made for a 10-8 in this one.
Ayitijiang. Another hammer fist.
How tough is Zhou Dawei?
Oh, tough as nails, man. Ayitijiang is just, you know, almost clinical in his attacks. Goes for a face crank.
I think elbows here could really score for Ayitijiang. Forget the submission
Nice
attempts. Just
punches
pound
there.
on him because
Yes.
I think it's close. I think it's close.
Big punches. Look, the referee is having a closer look.
And
He
you know,
turtles.
just at the right moment, he moves just enough for the ref to give him another chance. Going for the choke. Let's see if he has it.
No, he's on top of the chin, not under it. Zhou Dawei, tough as nails.
Yeah, man. What is it going to take to put Zhou Dawei away? He's survived about 5 submission attempts.
You know, let's not take away, it's not just him being tough. The work rate and the control from Ayitijiang is just so good. This is why this guy came into JCK with an 8-0 record.
Yeah.
And he probably just had a bad night at the office in his debut, but he's having a good night at the office tonight so far.
Absolutely. Dominant second round by Ayitijiang. You got to think Zhou Dawei needs a finish if he wants to win this fight.
How much does he have left in the gas tank?
哎，丁主任，这不要让他进到来，进到来了你一定要左右动啊，好吗？他现在他都是扑倒你的，好不好？重心压低一点，这
He's got to find the miracle shot. He needs to put him out on the feet. I mean, he's getting dominated in the grappling. He can't seem to stop it. That was a great right hand there. Can't seem to stop the takedown. When Ayitijiang decides he wants to shoot, he can take the fight to the mat almost at will.
Yeah, look at that. He defended that takedown initially, but because Ayitijiang just drove through so well, chain wrestled him back down. Zhou Dawei, man, this is the fight game. Anything can happen. Zhou Dawei is a very experienced striker. All it takes is one beautifully timed shot, and that could be it. However, Ayitijiang has also showed he's got a granite chin.
Absolutely. I mean, tough first fight in JCK for Zhou Dawei, but it is what it is. The entire JCK roster is stacked. You can't expect an easy fight.
Yeah, many people would say that the bantamweight is probably the most stacked division in JCK. Personally, I might agree. For me, it's either the flyweight or the bantamweight, and then a very close
Featherweight's pretty stacked
yeah,
too.
and then a very close featherweight. I think those 3 divisions, like, are just so tough here.
Wow. So less than a minute into the third round, excuse me.
And back to full
We're
mount.
mounted against the cage.
And he's using the cage so he cannot shrimp away. And you see some hammer fist now. Zhou Dawei will end up giving his back. He can't stay here. He's going to get ground and pounded. Look at Ayitijiang letting his hands go. Back to full mount again. Zhou Dawei tries to go to the half guard. Look at that.
This is just a tough night at the office for Zhou Dawei. Ayitijiang is doing everything he can.
Ayitijiang can drop some knees into the body.
There's the darts again. Now this time is more dangerous.
Yes,
I think this time that's it.
Yeah, this is really bad for him. He's on his side.
Now
we see Ayitijiang starting to put on
much
the
tighter.
squeeze.
He's got to drop his left hip to the mat. Drop the left hip.
There he goes.
And you see Zhou Dawei build up the turtle position.
Oh, he
but
shouldn't have felt. This is where he should not
that's
have
it.
rolled there.
I think that's going to be a wrap. Zhou Dawei just so tough, refusing to tap. Is he going to go to sleep here?
He says it's okay.
He gives the thumbs up.
What Ayitijiang can do here is wrap his right leg. Yeah, he should go over that far side leg. He can even hook that bottom leg. If he can hook his right leg behind his left and drop his left hip, as you say, then he can start almost like bridging his hips into that. He lets go.
He gives up on the darts there.
It makes sense. I mean, if it's not on, don't blow your arms out. You know, if you spend too much energy, you might be so tired. He's almost fatigued from beating up Zhou Dawei.
I think.
What a performance by this 20-year-old fighter.
1 or 2 tiny adjustments and he could have finished that darts for sure. Here we go, back on the takedown. Ayitijiang. How about Ayitijiang's gas tank? He's been relentless the entire fight, has not slowed down at all.
Look at Zhou Dawei, he builds up. Another good knee from Zhou Dawei. That's 2 knees in the clinch. Now we see Ayitijiang
beautiful sprawl this time. He's going for a
be
guillotine.
Careful.
A Zhou Dawei submission would be
Great.
incredible. Ayitijiang throws the legs to the side, looking to attack from the back.
How tough is Zhou Dawei?
Yeah, he has absolutely zero quit in him. A lesser fighter would have given up
Of course.
long ago. How many submissions has Ayitijiang attempted in this fight?
A lot. Oh,
At
another
least
elbow.
7.
Another elbow.
Darces, arm bars, rear naked choke, anaconda choke. And every time, Zhou Dawei, you should call him Houdini. He's just slipping out of everything.
Finds a way. Finds a way to get out of trouble every time. But unfortunately, he hasn't had an answer for the control and the wrestling of Ayitijiang. Ayitijiang,
Now he needs
super dominant.
he needs a miracle to win. Okay, let's see. He's got
Gonna
it.
go for a crank.
This could be it. I
going
mean, especially if Zhou Dawei is tired.
He's going
It's a
for crank.
lot harder to defend stuff like this when you're fatigued, but he does.
Oh.
Slips out of his seemingly his 10th submission.
Houdini! Nice. Flatten out. Look at Zhou Dawei just builds back up on his hips again.
Tough guy, Zhou Dawei.
Hammer first getting dropped down.
And Ayitijiang, very talented, very physically powerful.
And you know, you can't say Ayitijiang hasn't been trying to finish. I mean, he's putting it on.
He's been going for the finish.
It's a really, I mean, tough matchup for Zhou Dawei, but just as tough for Ayitijiang to finish him. And I think Zhou Dawei has a place here in JCK. I hope they bring him back. He's obviously shown that he can hang with the best. Maybe he can just work on his wrestling a little bit more.
Biggest hole is his wrestling. I mean, his submission defense is great. He does have grappling skills, obviously. It's just, oh, they want to throw down. Boom. Great fight.
Dominant performance.
Dominant.
I will not feel shy to voice my opinion on the result. I'm pretty sure that Ayitijiang won that. If I'm wrong, well, call me silly. But let's have a look at some of the highlights of this fight while the judges collect the scorecards. And we'll eventually go to the official announcement from Yang Guang.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this fight. Ayitijiang with a great entry on this double leg takedown. Gets his man down to the mat, and this was the story of the fight, really. He was able to take Zhou Dawei down in every single round of the fight, stay on top, attempted submission after submission, and just could not put his foe away. Gotta say, I think that second round was a 10-8, Woody. 30-26, what do you say?
I think 30-27. Just because Zhou Dawei was never at one, he wasn't bleeding all over the place, he wasn't rocked where he was visibly wobbled. But dominant, yes. I don't know if it's a 10-8 though.
A couple adjustments, and I feel like he could have finished this, Gars. That was the closest submission
he's 20
attempt.
years old.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see how the judges
接下
score.
来宣布比赛结果：1号裁判30比27 ，Judge Number 1 32-27；2号裁判30比27 ，Judge Number 2 32-27；3号裁判30比27 ，Judge Number 3 32-27。本场比赛3位裁判一致性判定红方胜。For the winner, by unanimous decision, win by point, representing China, the red corner, Ayitijiang.